Good day, everybody. This is Clarence Manny, and I'm coming to you from the M. And we are going to be discussing a hot topic for the next few videos. This topic is network marketing for the blue collar worker. What we're going to do is take you from neophyte to expert to pro so that you can have success in your industry. If you, whether you're in the industry or you're on the outside looking in, maybe you want to get started with a company, you'll be able to take away something that's positive in this video, which will allow you to have success as a network marketer. What I love is that I'm coming to you, although as a ring earner in my industry, as someone who has made over six figures in a 12-month period, I'm coming to you as somebody who's in the game currently, who is working the business from the bottom up, having successes, having failures in some instances, going through the flow of the industry. I'm not coming to you as some high and mighty millionaire in the industry. No, I'm not making millions of dollars monthly or any of that. Although the opportunity is there, and we're definitely working towards that. But I'm in it, in the grind with the average Joe. So I think this will be a big help to anybody who's really looking to see how they can launch their business. Now, we think about network marketing, and really what it is a hidden gem. But guess what? If you didn't know that it was a gem, then it would be worthless to you. It's like if you found a diamond and you looked at it and it was nice, but you didn't know the value of a diamond, it would simply be a pretty piece of glass. Are you going to keep it? If you kept it, the only thing you're going to do is have it as a display piece, but you wouldn't know what it was unless you really understood the value of that diamond. Well, that is network marketing. Now, there are so many different companies out there you can investigate and pick, take your choice, make your pick as to what you want to do to help people. It's a wonderful industry for helping people. You can make a difference while you make a living. And in some instances, you can even make a fortune. It'll take time. It will not happen overnight, but it is definitely something that is possible. But now, what are the things that we have to look at as we are joining our network marketing companies? Well, first of all, we think about the industry itself. The industry of network marketing is often misunderstood, misrepresented, overlooked, not taken seriously. The list goes on and on and on. You name it, it is something that many people may think of as a scam or a pyramid or whatever negative words that they like to use. But I'm going to tell you my story and how I was able to take that and use it towards positivity and able to help others today going forward. I look forward to even bigger and better things as the future goes on. So just with the company I'm with now, I got started back in 2004. I did have a slight experience in the industry. I had been with a company back in 1999 that was selling water filters and air filters. They had wonderful products. I mean, the cutlery, the fine china, it was a wonderful company. But again, I needed a job. And when you need a job, it's tough to be in network marketing when you need a job. It's tough to be in any sales industry that is commission-based when you need a job, because if you don't produce, you don't get paid. That is the one thing you need to remember, is that our business, though awesome, is based on production, not just you showing up. Remember this: if you work at McDonald's, you could be the best worker on the planet, or you could be the guy who's asleep in the bathroom. At the end of the week, you both get paid, as long as you don't get fired, right? If you sleep in the bathroom and they catch you, you might be fired. But if they don't catch you, you get the same check as the guy who's killing it on the grill, okay? So, and not in network marketing. If you're asleep at the wheel, you don't get paid anything. So it's an industry that is gonna pay you for production. So my experience, I got started back in 2004. The goal back then was to help one person a month as I was working my job. I had this job that was paying me handsomely, actually, and I just wanted an opportunity to make money after work. You see, I was making money at work from 9 to 5. I was making money doing my thing. But I didn't have any income coming in from 5 to 9. I didn't have any stocks and bonds. I didn't have any rental property. Still don't have any of that. Didn't have crypto, didn't exist at the time. So it was just the job. What would happen if I lost the job? I wouldn't be a good situation. So I wanted to plant something, the seeds, and start laying a foundation for the future. And also, I like the opportunity to earn extra income after work. Hey, who doesn't like extra money, right? So in any case, I got started with that goal of helping one family a month. Now let's fast forward, because that was 2004. We think about that. That was at the making of this video, that was 17 years ago. Okay, so over the 17-year period, here's my story. It took me 9+ years to make $50,000 in my company. You know, it was no big deal. I was excited about making my money monthly. Some months I would make $500. Some months I might make $100. Whatever. It was extra income. I'm in profit mode anyway. As time went along, what was the first 9 years to make 50K? Years 10 through 13, we did it again. So it took about 4+ years or so to do what we did in the first 9. So we just condensed time. And then in year 14, we did it again. It took 1 year at that point to do what took 4 years previously and what took 9 years even before then. And since year 14, we've had, it took 2+ years to double it. Can you imagine that? To the point where it was a 4-year stretch where we made nearly $250,000 part-time from home. Now, here's what's wonderful about that. I'm not even that good. So I look forward to getting even better and doing bigger and better things and helping more folks along the way. Now, here's the beautiful thing about that story. First of all, there's no experience necessary in the industry. I want you to think about that. You have an opportunity in this industry to not just make a extra income, or not even just make a living, but my goodness, to make a fortune with no experience necessary. Think about that. Just let that set into your ruminate, as they say. Okay, so you come into an industry with no experience. Usually, you're starting in the mailroom. You can work your way up to the top, but it's gonna be a serious fight. And even in network marketing, it's gonna be a serious fight. But you're the owner, the CEO of your portion of the business. Now, here's what's also awesome about that. Normally, if you wanted to be the CEO of a franchise, you wanted to own an independent franchise, you'd have to have thousands of dollars to get started. In fact, in some cases, it might be millions of dollars to get started in that franchise. Whereas in network marketing, it might cost you on the low end. I've seen it as low as $5, some cases free, very few, but in some cases free. The highest I've personally seen is about $5,000. So from $0 to $5,000, you can get started. Most companies are going to be anywhere from $50 to $500. So a very low entry fee, very low overhead. As depending on the company you have, you might have to get on an auto ship program for product, or if it's a service-based company, it's a good thing to have the service. How can you market it for the company if you don't believe in it yourself, right? So in any case, very low startup fees and costs, and doesn't really cost much to maintain most of these businesses. But how do you know where to begin? So we're going to give you a few pointers on that. So first of all, there are 5 things you need to evaluate when you're looking at any of these companies. The first thing is the company itself. Now, there are going to be many, many companies that you see that are going to be exciting. I'm going to tell you, you're going to see some presentations that are going to knock your socks off. You're going to go, oh my goodness, you can't sleep at night, right? Because the compensation, all that stuff is going to be so just wonderful. It's going to blow you away, and it's going to just get you thinking and dreaming again. And that's all well and good. But the company itself, it's one thing to be on the ground floor opportunity of a startup, but it's another thing to be in a company that's been around for 30, 40, 50 years that still has a ground floor opportunity that's already created a couple hundred millionaires, and that will allow you that same opportunity. So the company itself, you should be a rock solid company that's allowing you time for growth. Now, also the need. the need in the marketplace. There has to be a need for what you got going on. If there's no need for it, don't get involved in it. It may be as cool as ever. You'll have a hard time getting that product out to the marketplace if people don't see a need for it, right? And sometimes the need for it can be disguised because people may not realize what it is that you do. So you have to create value with that. But there's always got to be a need in the marketplace for whatever you're marketing. The product itself. Now, here's where, again, that product, it should be able to stand alone, but also you shouldn't be competing with the next company, right? And oftentimes that can be challenging when you're dealing with, let's say, a juice or a soap or, companies like that. It can be challenging. Candles, because I don't know which one is the best company. That's up for you to decide. I'll leave my hands off of that. But that product, whatever it is, it should be rock solid. Now, when it comes to the compensation plan, here's a little secret. I'm going to say about 99% of the compensation plans that you're going to see in this industry, they're going to be rock solid. They're going to be rock solid. And here's why. Because if the company doesn't pay, the people won't stay, right? Just flat out. If the company doesn't pay, the people will not stay. But you want to look at that compensation, really dig into it. How's the upfront? What are the chargebacks? Some industries are going to have chargebacks. Don't let that scare you. Don't let that scare you. Go run through the chargebacks anyway. What about the residuals? All these different things, bonuses. Just evaluate that comp plan and make sure it makes sense to you. And then here's the other key: timing. The T in timing is more valuable many times than that T in talent. And think about this. You can be the best player on your team. If your team sucks, guess what? No ring for you. But imagine this. You're the worst player on the team. You're sitting on the bench, at the end of the bench, right? You're still in the league because you are a professional. And we'll get into that, training you on how to become a professional. That team wins, guess what? You get a ring, just like the starting point guard or quarterback or pitcher. You get the same ring that they do because you are on the team. Now, what's it going to take for you to succeed? And we know about drive and grit and determination and all that, but here's going to be the core values of what you do. It's really, I've broken it down to about 7 things that are going to help you succeed. And I'll go through these very briefly, because I don't want to bore you. So the first one is your belief. The belief in what you do. If you do not believe in what you are doing, stop doing it. You will not have any success. You will be miserable. It'll come across to other people that you just want commissions and things, and you're not going to have any success. You're going to quit. This industry is a scam. It doesn't work. Just remember, Manny told you about it to begin with, right? So your belief should be in that what this company is doing is about something. I can just tell you with me, the reason I joined up is because I looked and said, I believe in the company's program. I believe in the positivity. And I just feel that this company was going somewhere. I liked the positive direction that they were moving in. So my belief was that, hey, I want to be a part of that. Now, you have to have a why. For those of us who are too cool to create a why, it may sound so corny, but the first thing that hits you the wrong way, maybe it's with the corporate office, maybe it's the comp plan switches, because that could happen. Maybe it's your sponsor or somebody on the team, whatever the case is, the outside force presses against you the wrong way, you're gone. So your why has to be strong. Now, my why is so simple that it may blow you away. My why, ready for this? I like what we do. Simple. And I kept it that way the entire 17-year time period so that no matter what would happen in my business, that it wouldn't knock me out. I like what we do. Simple. Goals. You've got to have goals. If you don't have goals with whatever you're doing, then they're just dreams, right? Wishes, but they're not goals. So set a goal for yourself. Remember, I set a simple goal for me. I said $83 a month, right? Simple, safe goal. Have your safe goal and then have your crazy goal. I want to make $1 million a week. Okay, great. We can talk about how you'll get to that $1 million a week. Actually, I shouldn't even be the guy talking to you about it because I'm not making $1 million a week. But I can tell you how to work in line with the goals that you have. So again, belief, why, goals. Now, being plugged in. Why is that so important to be plugged in and following the system and all that? Because very simply put, there are going to be changes that come along that if you're not plugged in, you're not going to know about it. Also, being plugged in is like going to the gym. When you go to the gym, chances are you're going to work out there, right? You're going to do your thing. You're going to lift your weights. You're going to have muscles like, hold on, like these, right? There we go. I haven't even worked out in a while. I couldn't. I'll be getting back to it shortly though. But by staying plugged in, it's going to keep you close to the fire and you'll grow just by being plugged in. You'll be surprised what happens. Now, if you don't stay plugged in, it's like having a lamp that you take out. You know what's going to happen. If you unplug it from the wall, it's going to die out, right? You've got to be plugged in for you to have any type of sustained success. Now that we got those first four things, which are kind of inanimate type things, now it's time to get busy. And this is where the rubber meets the road. Activity. You've got to be involved in a activity. A activity means things that are going to put money in your pocket, making phone calls, doing presentations, getting people to presentations such as Zooms and live events and things like that. When the only way that you and I make money is when we're in front of a potential customer or a new distributor to join our team, right? So activity. Now, once we've got the activity in motion, right, then the results follow. So I always call results production. So if you go out there and you do, let's say, 0 presentations a month, we already know you didn't present to anybody, you probably didn't call anybody, so therefore you didn't make any money. Very simple. But now, let's say you do 5 presentations. There's a chance that you don't sign up anybody, flat out. You should know that. But there's also a chance you sign up everybody. So do the activity, which will lead to the production. And here's another hint. The more activity you do, the more production you'll have. I mean, right? Just 1 + 1 is 2. 1 × 1 is only 1. But check this out. 2 × 2 is 4. 4 × 4 is 16. You get it. The bigger the number, the bigger the number. That's all. So you want to do as much as you can possibly do. And last but not least, money. Right? As we're out here, we're presenting to folks, we're showing them what it is that we bring to the marketplace. They decide, you know what, I want to get this, Manny. I believe in your conviction, or I like the product. Right? A lot of times they're going to like you, and that's why they get the product, because your conviction is going to come across. But once they get the product, make sure they pay you with a check that doesn't bounce, right? Or the credit card isn't expired or expiring at the end of the month or something like that. But once they make that payment is clear. Make sure they understand. So if you're in the service-based industry like I'm in, you don't get hit with $1 million in chargebacks, because that won't be cool and you'll badmouth the industry a lot of times. But you get that money. When that person enrolls, it's a wonderful feeling to receive a check from your side hustle, as people like to call it. So I definitely hope that you got some value in this. If so, click the link above. I'm going to put it above. Just click on the link and it'll take you to, my page where you can see what I do. And of course, my phone number will be there as well. I'm going to put the phone number right here so you get a chance to call me if you have questions, if you want to rock and roll. We're always looking for new people to work with. Thank you so much. And again, I'll be coming to you next time as we expound on this subject, and we'll be coming to you live from the M.